everybody, this is Plastic Commando coming to you today from deep behind enemy lines. Well, today I've got an unboxing of sort, or rather an unrolling of the map. And the map we've got is Lieutenant Dan's custom 36-inch by 72-inch G40 map, Siredblood design, and it's absolutely awesome. That's all I can say. It's just absolutely awesome. The map is designed by Lieutenant Dan to be used with the out-of-box Axis and Allies Global 1940 rulebook and charts. So all the borders, all the sea zones, the game itself for G40 out-of-box can be played on Lieutenant Dan's custom map. So it's absolutely amazing. I mean, it's better, obviously better than any of the map that would have came out of the box from Wizards of the Coast. It's custom. You know, it looks fantastic. It looks better in person than it does online, in my opinion. And we'll go into some of the details just in a bit. But again, this is Lieutenant Dan's custom G40 map, 36 by 72 inch, and it's just really awesome. I think I've said that 3 times, but very pleased with the product. The design is just out of this world. So check out, before we get into the map, check out Lieutenant Dan. Check out Siredblood on YouTube for all great content. If any of you all are not familiar with their channels, all the hard work that both have done with custom map making and other things, you'll enjoy their channels. Also, I want to give a shout out to Combat Miniatures and Richard Johnson. You can check out Combat Miniatures on YouTube as well. Also, combatminiatures.org. And Combat Miniatures is the one that's actually selling Lieutenant Dan's custom G40 map. So go ahead and check out Combat Miniatures if you want to purchase this map, and a lot of other nice things as well. So in any event, the map itself that custom, Combat Miniatures has produced is on indoor vinyl. It's really great. Kind of give you an idea here. You know, it's very flexible. Looks awesome. Probably better show you over here. It's thin. I think the website says like 15-ounce vinyl. It's indoor vinyl, so the map lays really flat. And what I like about the whole concept, or I don't know if it's a partnership, but I do know that Combat Miniatures is now selling the maps that you used to have to, I guess, purchase through Lieutenant Dan Siredblood and then receive a download, find a printing company, then go print your map off. Combat Miniatures now has this as one-stop shopping. So you get the beautiful maps, if that's what you're looking for. You purchase them, they're printed for you, stuck in the mail, shipped to you, boom. It's that easy. So I like this without having to go out and find a print shop and try to explain to someone the kind of map material that you're looking for, and then just hope it turns out right. So I think there's enough in the gaming community to know the type of map that we're all looking for, that lays flat on the table, looks great, you know, holds the color nice, and so forth. I mean, there's a lot of videos out there on YouTube that you know, go over maps, but in any event, I like the fact that it's now one-stop shopping with a lot of these custom maps, and I'm hoping there's going to be more to come in the future that we can take a look at. So what else before we move on? I purchased the map after seeing Lieutenant Dan's video that this map was now out and being sold by Combat Miniatures. But I actually purchased the map on December 13th, so just recently. It cost $119 for the map itself, $16.99 for shipping. So what, $135.99 is what it cost me. It actually arrived December 20th. 7-day turnaround, not bad at all, especially during the Christmas season. So extremely pleased with that. It shipped FedEx. The only criticism I would have is I was hoping that the map would have been shipped in a tube. It came in a triangle box, so but anyway, it's okay. I can get a tube to roll the map in and put it later for storage. But I think maybe as a suggestion for combat miniatures, perhaps shipping these out in an appropriate tube would be a lot better, I think. But in any event, it's not a deal breaker. So let's dive into this map. All right, let's start on the lower left corner of the map. This is the map legend, and I'm a bit distracted with the sexy nose art, but we'll try to get through this okay. I really like this. It's just like a nice map you would see if if you're looking for things. You need a legend to figure out what's what. But one cool thing is we've got here obviously the 1940 year of start. We've got the various countries in G40, the roundels. We've got the starting IPCs, which is pretty cool to refer to. Map symbols, capital city, just various ones on here. Even looks like we've got extermination camp, labor camp, massacres. And my understanding is, here's casualties as well. My understanding in having looked at Lieutenant Dan's YouTube channel before, the map has a lot of information on it, which we're going to look at some. But there's a lot of historical context to the map, and that's why we've got a lot of this information on the side as well. We've got here looks like ships that were sunk, countries involved, amphibious assaults, and we've got ships sunk by countries, the ship types that you can find on the map as well. And did I mention the sexy nose art? So what we kind of got here, we'll just start here, C-Zone 84, for example, and you can see what I'm talking about. We've got some historical context to this map. Here we've got a freighter that was sunk December 7th, looks like. Got a lot of action going on here in multiple sea zones just off of South America, for example. We've got various ship types involved. Certainly I'm not going to go over each and every sea zone, but just for example, perhaps moving up here to the Mediterranean, I mean, you're going to see just a wealth of information. I mean, it's unbelievable the amount of time I'm sure Lieutenant Dan put into this. I know he's been working on this for some time with I think like the BBR map that Sireblood had put out, but to my knowledge, I think this is the first time the G40 map was out. It could have been out earlier, but not in this particular edition that we're looking at. But I know that this has been a work in progress for Lieutenant Dan for some time, and it's just a wealth of information. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous, awesome. Here we've got mainland in Spain. You can see there's various information. Looks like they're in Seville. Apparently there was a big massacre. Oh yeah, we've got all the information we need in terms of out of box rules, in terms of neutral nations. We've got the soldier icons. We've got air bases, naval base symbols as well. And here we've got The Admiral Graf Spee, again, a bit of historical basis. She's on 90. Got information about the ship. So, the bottom line is when you're playing Lieutenant Dan's map, even if you're just here for the enjoyment of Axis and Allies 1940, um, you're going to learn some history. Then maybe it'll spawn you to, go on YouTube, Wikipedia. In fact, go to a library and pull out a book. Maybe learn a little bit more about some of the historical context. So I love that, especially for younger people. That you might, family members, nephews, somebody you might want to try to get into this game. It's a good teaching tool. So I really like it. Now, the historical context doesn't have anything to do necessarily with the gameplay, but it's just an awesome addition to this map. And like I said, I think you can learn something through here, even if you're, just enjoy the game itself, but don't know much about the historical background. So, but anyway, we've got Africa. Well, before moving on, we've got, if you'll notice, we've got the income tracker. It's actually on both sides of the map. I'll zoom in. You can see it's on both sides of the map, which I think is really cool. To help with players and positioning of their trackers. And again, we've got, here we got Japan, got their starting IPC. So I like this. This is really nice. I'll just kind of do a flyover. Again, it's not my mission to go through every single detail of the map. I'll let you guys purchase it from Combat Miniatures and spend all the time you want, but this is just sort of an overview. Pique your interest if you are interested, perhaps sitting on the fence. I would say dive in, take some Christmas money, and give some love to Combat Miniatures, Lieutenant Dan, and purchase it. And here we got Rome. We've got, of course, the notations, capital city. And the version that I purchased, there's two versions that Lieutenant Dan has. He's got the one that's it's the added color with propaganda, borders, coloring for the borders of the countries. So I think, the other one, I think it's maybe a reddish color that you would see Italy as well as the corresponding African countries as well at the start of the game. We've got, I think there's some art as well that's involved. I chose the one without color. I just kind of like a more of a traditional look to the map itself. The one with color, it does have some nice logo design Lieutenant Dan added here in the Indian Ocean. But again, check it out. You can decide which one that you think fits for you. I do like the overlay of the nation's symbols. Up here we got Russia, we've got Nazi Germany, we've got Sicily. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's probably the Kingdom of Italy symbol. Over here in the eastern U.S., we've got a hint of the American flag. United Kingdom, got the Union Jack spread out there in the ocean. You can kind of see that. That's just a kind of a nice weathered touch. The map itself is really weathered. The sea zones are kind of dull, matte. Almost kind of gives you a black and white feel. Some of the old movies. In fact, I just watched In Harm's Way with John Wayne the other night, black and white. Probably seen it 15 times in my life. Still like watching it. Just kind of gives you that feel of some of these old movies you grew up watching. The old black and white pictures you've seen of World War II, read about. Here we got the Union Jack as well, southern India, and of course we got the Imperial Japanese flag spread out through the Pacific, which certainly is very representative of the reach for empire that Japan had accomplished and was attempting to do even further. And then down here, Australia, got the Union Jack there as well. China. Got the Chinese national symbol. And then looks like, we'll go ahead and zoom in over here. United States West Coast, there we got the stars, the stripes peeking out there in the Pacific. And bit of nice nose art as well over here on the corner, the right corner, G40, you see. And of course got copyright 2018-2022, Siredblood, and Lieutenant Dan's G40 Map. All right, I'm going to give some detail of Nazi Germany, again, as it would have been in 1940. Kind of zoom in here to the Western theater a bit, Holland, Belgium. And again, you just see the beautiful context of towns and campaigns and various movements. We've got France, and yeah, it looks like we've got you know, the industrial complexes as well. You know, obviously, you know, if you didn't want to use the industrial complexes, the little symbols will help you out. Same with you know, naval bases, air bases. You know, I've got all kinds of historical board gaming, you know, chips and roundels, and which I'm still going to use. But you know, if you don't have many, obviously you've got a lot that's already come on the map. So that's again another cool feature. And then just real quick, Moscow. Take a peek over here. Got that hammer and sickle. Alrighty. And then lastly over here in Japan, looks like we've got, I think these are the, you know, the kamikaze symbols, you know, placed out just as you would find in G40. And, you know, it looks like some of the most heaviest action, I think, is perhaps on the Philippines portion of the map. Of course, that was just a kind of a ground zero area in the Pacific, all surrounding, you know, throughout the Pacific campaign, obviously off the coast of Japan as well. But, you know, same for the Mediterranean. I mean, just a lot of historical context, a lot of action. You know, all the various sea zones, you know, it's got the convoy markers, which is, you know, cool. So, I think that's about it. You know, just really wanted to touch on the map, you know, just the beauty of the map. I mean, just an amazing, you know, amazing work of art that is playable. So, any event, I think that's everything. Certainly I'm going to be getting my miniatures on the game map, and we'll definitely looking forward to playing this one. So just a quick unrolling of the map, just some beautiful work. Again, check out Lieutenant Dan on YouTube, Siredblood on YouTube, Combat Miniatures YouTube, and combatminiatures.org. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all if you purchase this map. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free to leave those. If you haven't subscribed, please feel free to do so. And coming soon, I've got some more content, videos that I'm making. I've got some historical board gaming content, which I'm going to be discussing. And I've got some games that I'm going to be diving into, some new games, and perhaps some gameplay as well. So we've got some upcoming videos soon. So hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and we will be back soon. This is the Plastic Commando, over and out.